Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Dirty Pat Walsh channel on YouTube with me, your host, Dirty Pat Walsh. So this is the wrap-up of my harmonica 3-day trilogy on how it affected my life. Where I left off was my life was kind of falling apart. And what happened with that was I was kicking a pretty severe narcotics addiction. My girlfriend left me. We lived together. I had to find a new home. I'd been laid off from my job. Was on welfare for a couple years. Well, more than a couple. But tried to, I don't know. I kind of had given up on music when I first moved in here to Sound Kitchen Studios. My mind was in a really bad place. I wasn't sleeping or eating for a good long time, and I had no energy for music. I didn't even want to pick up a harmonica or nothing. So yeah, I say I practice every day, but I took 2 years off in the middle of it, around 2014. But in 2016, I got asked to do a tribute to a fellow named Bernie Martin, who I've talked about many times on this channel. So I did it, and that was really that really kicked my ass back into gear, because I had to relearn a lot of these songs and practice them, and that's partly why I started this YouTube channel. If you look back, my very first handful of videos are me practicing Bernie Martin songs. But that has nothing to do with harmonica. What it has to do with is it got me back playing music again. So I had this YouTube channel, and I thought, well, I might as well mess with it since I got it. And, started recording some blues music I'd playing on cigar box guitars and stuff like that. And, anyway, I got picked up by Mirkwood Recordings, a label out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, or somewhere around there, by my now very good friend, Kurt Gainfort. And, I've done a few recordings for them, but the two that are important are At Midnight Call the Doctor, which was a record of like 1930s blues songs that I recorded on cigar box guitars, and sounds pretty gritty, and it did really well. I think it's the album. I think it's the best. I think it is one of the top downloaded albums on Mirkwood Recordings. I could be wrong, but that's what I last heard. And so they asked me to follow it up with a harmonica album called, well, it wasn't called anything yet. They asked me if I'd do a harmonica album, kind of in the same style. And so I did. It's called Corey Darling Corey. And it's just me playing harmonica and singing, a couple songs are a cappella. But, and that's kind of the sound I go for now, like a real gritty, lo-fi kind of sound. This is what they did with the album. They put it out on cassette, called it Meth and Blues, and each album is on one side of the cassette. So it's two albums in one, At Midnight Call the Doctor and Corey Darling Corey. And before I recorded Corey Darling Corey, my dear friend Dan Demster, who we all know as Bone Daddy, he has a business making harmonica microphones called Bone Daddy's Lo-Fi Microphones. And he wrote to me one day, I don't know, I think it was like 2 years ago now, asking me if I'd endorse his product. And that's one of the absolute biggest feathers in my musical hat I could possibly imagine, being sponsored by, having a gear sponsorship, and of course I accepted, you know. So Dan ended up just he every now and then he'll send me a new microphone to try out, and they're all amazing. I have a bunch of them that he sent me here. This is the one I use mostly right now, the 57 Screamer with the low boy chrome volume. And my other favorite is this Cans model with the volume knob. This is the first one that he sent me, the little red Screamer. This is a great mic. I love this. Astatic. It's like just such a lo-fi sound. Sent me this other beautiful Can model, no volume control, but that's okay. This is a little bit quieter microphone anyway, but it's got great tone. And he even made me my own signature model, the Dirty Pat Walsh Spit Biscuit, made out of a dip can. You just plug it in and let it rip. No sound holes or nothing. You just got to find the sweet spot, and this thing sounds like a monster. I love it. And I know he's got more stuff he's been working on. He's a wizard, that Dan Demster. That Bone Daddy, you got to testify for Bone Daddy. Yeah, so now that now I don't really have a band, when all this hubbub runs itself down, I'll be playing with the Silver Hearts again, and that'll be cool. Like I said, I'm kind of an acoustic harmonica player with the Silver Hearts because that suits the sound better. But yeah, the sound I go for now is a lot like the sound on the album Corey Darling Corey. It's very lo-fi, kind of warts and all, dirty old blues, I get to use my chromatic on this. I get to use this big old chromatic. It's an album I'm really proud of, and and that's kind of the sound I go for now. Like going through kind of the microphones naturally distort my voice and stuff, and the harmonica. So I go for a real like one man harmonica punk rock band kind of thing, if anything. I play old blues songs, but I play them in my style. I take a lot of the punk rock ethos and add it to the blues ethos. I think I follow blues traditions pretty good. Back in the day, singers would write songs, other singers would steal them, change a few verses, play them their own way. And it was all part of the game, it was all no shame in the game. So that's kind of what I try to do, no matter what instrument I'm playing. If I like a song, I'll take a shine to it and try to figure out a way to play it, but it's not going to be the way that it was originally written, just because I'm that kind of guy. So, where are we at here? Alright. I did a huge vlog of this just now. I had to delete it because my phone cacked out on it halfway through, and it was already 25 minutes long, so kind of condense it a bit. But yeah, so the sound I go for, not a lot of other, like, people get it, like a lot of you people seem to get it. My friends get it, my scene gets it, knows what I'm all about. But in the serious harmonica player world, not a lot of people get what I'm trying to do. I don't know, music snobs, man. I find music snobbery is very rampant in the blues scene for some reason. I don't know why. It's usually with with white Ontario boys like me, you know. But yeah, like I went and played a blues festival once in Hamilton, and I thought I'd fit right in, be with my people. I've never been with a more snooty, snotty group of people in my life. I tell you, it was the worst. So, so yeah, whatever. I don't give a fuck. You know, I do as I do. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. And that's how it goes in the music industry. You know, for every one person who hates what you do, there's one person who loves what you do. You know, it all depends who hears your music, right? So you gotta. One thing I've learned is you never gotta let it get you down because people are gonna be people, and the people who've got down on me for my harmonica sound or whatever. I've tried to check out what they do, and I fucking can't stand it. So fair is fair. Whatever. You don't like my stuff, I don't like your stuff. It's we're back to ground zero. But yeah, so and I've also gotten a job teaching harmonica at Mars Music, the music store here in Peterborough. And before the coronavirus hit, I was doing pretty good with that, holding workshops and giving private lessons and stuff. Giving private lessons at home. That'll all pick up in a year or so, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, I've had a lot of good things happen with me with the harmonica over the last couple of years. A lot of real morale boosting things, and things that have really put my feet to the fire for getting back on track and playing the music I love to play. So it's all in all, the last 40 years has been, when I think of it on harmonica terms, it's been an absolutely wonderful journey. If I took the harmonica out of my life and therefore taken away all of the things I experienced during, I guess I've been a professional musician is someone who gets paid for what they do. So I guess I've been a professional musician since I started being a busker, and and that was in 1992. So I guess I've been a professional musician for about 25 years, I guess. I don't know. My math's really bad. And, there's not really a lot of glory in it. It's really a labor of love. Like I've said many times, the music industry is a very flawed industry. It's very hard to make it. Very hard to even get people to listen to what you do. So I'm really grateful for all of you who actually listen to what I do and talk to me about it. I really appreciate it. So anyhow, that's the last tail end of my harmonica trilogy. It's not meant to be boastful at all. It's not meant to, there's always someone who's, I'm kind of, I haven't done much at all. There's lots of people who've done way more than me, and there always will be, But I thought I would share my experience here in hopes of inspiring somebody, because that's my ultimate message with this is, playing the harmonica is something I started when I was very young because I really felt it. I had to play it, and there was no way around it, and I hope that other people listen to that little, when your inner voice is yelling at you about something that you should do or maybe shouldn't do. Take heed to that, and live your best life at all given times. And with all that, I'm just going to say be well and keep doing what you do. Somebody's going to love it, somebody's going to hate it, who cares? Keep doing what you do for the people that you love. And I will talk to you later. Be well, everyone.